Usually I do a little more preparation, but I have nothing this time, so we'll just hang out.
Does anyone want some whiskey?
Sure.
That's what I got.
Wow.
Oh, thanks, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Very compound media of you.
Yeah. Did they drink on live?
Yeah, they always have like whiskey and shit around.
I should just go straight Candace Owens and just go compound media.
There's money in it.
You
I
just
think
drink
about that
straight.
Hmm?
You just drink that straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you first. Thank you, though.
I think about that. It's so easy to go like black Republican.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Is it easy? I feel like that's tough. I feel like it would be like a big.
Well, people wouldn't like you, but it'd be easy to like rise in the ranks because they're just so thirsty for black people to say what like Republicans are thinking.
Sure.
Yeah, I have the guy in my college who
Thanks,
did
buddy.
it, and he's like not smart. He's not entertaining, but you made the right choice. He's gross.
Sorry, buddy.
I just don't think I could do it.
What? Drink whiskey straight?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about being a black Republican.
No, that would be easy for me.
I would love to be a black Republican.
All right. Oh, sorry. That was loud. Levels sound good on my end, so I'm happy if
Great.
you're happy.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to Group Chat, everybody. I'm Robbie Goodwin, and I have here today two great guests. Randall Otis, a black Republican.
Well, God damn it, do not.
And Hannah Dickinson, really, really funny. Two very funny comics that from two different necks of the woods.
You know no one knows who I am, right? They believe you.
Randall is not a black Republican. He is a white Democrat, right?
There we go. That's better.
How you guys doing? How is everything?
I'm good. I've had a long ass weekend.
Really, what'd you do?
Just much more socializing than normal.
Yeah.
I've had a ton of friends who are moving back into New York, and so I'm just seeing everybody.
Oh, are you like taking them around?
Mm-hmm. Just going to
Yeah.
going to the park.
This is
hang
where
out with dogs.
9/11 happened.
Yeah, just pointing out the building.
Where are they moving from?
I had some people who were just like in grad school, so like some people were in Chicago, some people were in DC
Oh.
and stuff. Now they're
Got
just
it.
coming back.
I thought you meant like they lived in LA and were coming back to New York.
Oh no, these are like all just college friends.
Oh,
Nice.
fair enough.
Speaking of LA, Hannah and I met in LA, and then we both moved here.
It did feel like a bit of a defeat, like moving out of LA.
Yeah, definitely.
It's
It
like,
does. It feels
ooh.
like a step back, kind of.
Yeah, like Tim Dillon said that to me. He was like, "Yeah, no one makes that move west to east."
Yeah. Oh,
And
that's
I
a
was
bad move. You don't want to do that.
yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
And
that's
I was
weird.
like, cool. Well, I'm doing it.
Oh, so you didn't make it, but you did move out here with like a big job. I feel. Did you get? You didn't have that job when you moved out,
No, I
actually.
did not.
Yeah, you work. Hannah works for Comedy Central now, for a thing that I got to the second round of, and they were like, nope, but Hannah got it, so well deserved. You're blowing up from it, right?
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
I'm hoping this podcast gives me 5 more followers.
Yeah, it might.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. I thought you were like the face of Comedy Central for a minute.
Yeah, on Facebook, I always see you on my timeline. I always like it.
Yeah, you're like drinking, and they're like, "What does Hannah have to say?"
Yeah, it's like Hannah drinks and talks about the news, kind of.
Yeah, they canceled that. So
Oh,
because they have a YouTube, what they want is the views on YouTube because that's how you make money.
really?
And the
Facebook doesn't matter.
Facebook doesn't matter. So it's like their YouTube. They're trying to get only videos of like 100,000.
Jesus.
So it's definitely such a weird. I don't even know if I should be saying this, but no, it is just like this weird formula of like you have to do what you think is
Mhm.
funny, but also like pander to the YouTube.
To
audience.
YouTube. That's weird. How do you pander to YouTube? Like, what's the? Do you know how?
I mean, they hate me on there.
really?
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's only like Jordan Peterson.
I was about to say
stuff
Jordan
and, like,
Peterson.
makeup tutorials. There's no in between.
It's all like right winger owns feminist. Like that's all the stuff that YouTube promotes.
I mean, Comedy Central could just make a hard turn.
I mean, how funny would that be if they just go back to like blue collar comedy tour? As
Yeah,
their
and it's
brand?
like, look, we're riding the wave.
Jeff Foxworthy owns Libtard. If you think that universal basic income's a good idea, you might be a cuck.
You might be an Asian running for president.
I like Andrew Yang is wearing he's wearing a hat that says "Make America Think" and then something H, and so he's just wearing a hat that says math on it. Bad optics.
Yeah, his slogan sucks ass. He's like I don't know if I should be talking about this, but he's like the opposite of Donald Trump is an Asian who loves math, and he says it all the time.
I know. My dad loves it.
I mean, I guess
I'm kind of Yang Gang, dude.
he's more charming than you'd think.
Yeah, I'm kind of on board. The other like 3 days ago, he tweeted like all the other candidates like Kamala, they're like Donald Trump's rhetoric will not move forward. Blah, like long like 200, and he tweeted out just like back in my day, we had Chinese food growing up, but in my household we just called it food. And it got like 30,000 likes.
That is really funny. Damn, maybe I should reconsider Yang.
Yeah, dude, Yang Gang.
Back in my day, they just called
They
it
just
food.
call it food. I mean, he just
Wow,
tweets
he's
stuff.
running for president.
He also tweeted out like, I don't know if I want to see the new Lion King. It'd be nice to have an original story.
He's gonna be touring and selling out improvs
Yeah.
if he doesn't win.
I'd go see Yang. I would do a guest spot on the Yang fucking.
Oh, 100%.
That's how I felt about Stormy Daniels when everyone was so upset. I was like, "Can I open for you?"
Yeah. Oh, that'd be a good fit actually.
Yeah, that'd be a good match for her crowd.
Definitely. My friend went, and apparently it was like half, like weird porn loving guys who just like guys who came alone, and then also like liberal couples in crooked media shirts. Like it was like half and half, just like weird new liberal anti-Trump fans, and like half like.
Which half was your friend?
I think he was on the show. Oh yeah.
What did he say about her comedy?
I actually didn't ask about that. It was like in passing. I didn't really like.
Yeah, I guess it's safe to assume
interrogate.
it was bad.
Yeah, just reading popsicle sticks.
What if it was really good?
That would be tight.
What if she was funnier than? Oh, I'm hoping for that.
I would love if she just like ingratiate herself in the scene.
Yeah.
You know, she just
Starts
at the
miking
comedy
it.
cell.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We start competing with her on like Bushwick bar shows and stuff like that.
Talking shit like, why did she get new faces?
Do you know who she used to fuck?
Yeah, if you accused her of fucking her way to the top, you're like, yeah.
Yeah, she did. It was great.
You're
We were all
actually right.
wildly entertained by it.
It was pretty tight.
Yeah, that was her whole argument. She was like, "Hello, I've been on Saturday Night Live," and it's like, Jesus Christ.
Stormy. It's so funny that like the day the Mueller report dropped, everyone was expecting Trump to go to jail, but the only person that went to jail that weekend was Avenatti, Stormy Daniels' lawyer.
Yeah, you could tell that guy was just like
Sleazeball.
he's burning too bright.
Yeah, I knew something was up when he went on Colbert with Scaramucci. You don't do that if you're that's just like a total like grifter move, right?
He also just looks like someone who hits women.
Avenatti.
Did he hit a woman? Is that what he
Isn't
did?
that what he did? Didn't he get accused of
Is that what
domestic
happened?
violence?
Did he? I wouldn't put
I
it
mean, I
past.
could believe
I mean, he is
that. I know
Italian.
he,
I don't know if that's why he went to
I'm-
jail, but I know he was accused of domestic violence.
Damn.
He also like scammed, I think Nike out of
Yeah, he
millions of
scammed
dollars.
Nike.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think
that's why he's
he
going
went
to jail.
for.
Yeah.
No one goes to jail for domestic violence anymore.
Hey, I
Yeah.
just wanted the shoes. What are you fucking talking about? I just wanted some shoes.
Yeah, I was fine with that. I'm like, yeah, fuck, who cares about Nike? That's cool.
Yeah,
Scam them all you want.
I know. They're such a big corporation. Like, yeah, you know what? Secure the bag, Avenatti.
That's what my thought process was. Like, yeah, secure the bag.
This
How
is
long
a
is he in
newly.
jail for?
I think he's awaiting trial. I don't know. Let's get the Michael Avenatti update, which is a new segment on the show.
A lot of cool people going to jail. The Epstein shit has been like.
Oh yeah.
I brought that up at a dinner party over the weekend, and they were not. I was like, why did I say this? No one. This is not good.
Also, way to drop that you into a dinner party. How
Yeah.
old are you? 45
Must
years
be
old?
nice.
Look, my friend's a lawyer. All his friends are consultants. And
You're doing a bad
Wait,
job
why
of.
have I not? Why was I not invited to this? You have a lawyer friend and consultant friends. Hello.
Well, he's booed up, and his girlfriend is like, she would fuck you up. She's very intense.
All right.
Oh
well,
shit! What? Wow.
That sounded more aggressive than I wanted to be. I was on
Yeah,
her.
I thought you were gonna be like, she's so hot.
She is very attractive, but she's also like really aggressive.
So am I.
She defends her man.
I've been
Well, now
called-
you got to
Have
get
you
this
ever-
dinner party going and invite me to see who gets beat up.
Have you ever fought over a guy? Have you ever gotten in like a fight?
No.
Never.
Nope.
Hmm.
I just. Yeah. No.
Have you ever been in like a love triangle, like that kind of thing?
You're like competing for a dude.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't think so. I mean, I've been in situations where like, I didn't know the girl, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
but there was tension there.
How so?
I don't know. She basically. I don't know. I don't want. I actually.
Now this sounds really good. The more reluctant you are to tell me, the more I want to know. It's okay. You don't have to talk about it.
Well, it's
though.
like weird when you're friends with someone and then they start dating someone
Mhm.
and then they're like, you can't talk to them anymore.
Oh, shit.
So then I'm like, well, that's an insecurity on your part.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, jealous friends are no.
Well, you know, it's in a crazy situation analogous to that is Steve Harvey and P. Diddy. You hear about that?
No, what
No.
happened?
So Steve Harvey's daughter was dating Puff Daddy's son,
Uh-huh.
and then they broke up. And now Puff Daddy is dating Steve Harvey's daughter.
What?
So he's
Oh,
dating
shit.
his son's ex.
Dude.
It's the most
Damn.
insane.
Every breath she takes.
every move she makes.
That's insane.
yeah,
What?
yeah.
How old is his son? How
Oh,
old is she? and how
Lord,
old
Diddy just fucked my daughter.
Steve Harvey's daughter, I think she's like 24. Diddy's like 50, and I think Puff Daddy's son's maybe like a couple years older than the daughter. They're like similar age.
That is a high-level move.
I feel like Steve Harvey would be happy about the situation.
Yeah.
What?
It's more money.
Oh, he's like pimping out his daughter. Kinda?
Yeah.
Oh,
He
shit.
doesn't seem like the.
Steve Harvey Weinstein, when you think about it.
Go to the board.
Yeah.
Survey says I'm a rapist.
Do you think he asked his son for permission? Do you think he's like, hey, is it cool if I like?
Can I take your ex's hand?
I don't know what I would think is better, to be surprised by that or for my dad to ask. Oh, I think I'd rather him ask. And I would say, wait, what?
I would be like, Dad, are you really having trouble meeting women? You are P. Diddy.
That's my thing. I'm like, aren't you meeting like the best women?
Yeah.
At least the most attractive.
He's
women
one of the
in
most
world?
famous people in the world. I guess once you kill Tupac, like, what other moral lines aren't you going to cross?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just that is such a. That's why I think being a celebrity would be the worst thing in the world. Like it's like. That's not normal.
Uh-huh.
And then on top of it, everyone knows.
Everyone knows. Yeah, it is weird because you kind of can like. That is the weird catch-22 being a celebrity. Like you can do a bunch of deviant behavior, but fucking, if you get caught, the entire world will know, right?
Yeah, it's like it's not a fun time to be a sexual deviant as a celebrity.
No.
Because of the internet.
I'm like, what am I getting into this for?
Yeah, you can't.
Why am I trying to get famous now? It's been taken away. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I guess I feel like comedy's different because comedy you can get famous for like a year, like Dane Cook or Amy Schumer, and then it kind of goes away. But I feel like actual celebrity, like Bill Burr is very famous, but he can like have a normal life. He's not constantly.
I think it's because he built a really normal life. Because he didn't get famous till he was like 47, like 45 or something like that. I think a lot of these like Pete Davidson is like. He hasn't done anything deviant, but it feels like he has a super crazy roller coaster like sex life, and that's because he got famous when he was like 19 or 20 or something like that.
But I also think the people he's been dating, like Ariana Grande, that's what really launched his career. It was like being
that
with a
did.
musician. It wasn't even like before.
Well, he was just regular famous, and now he's superstar famous because of the Ariana thing, and it's still crazy young, like 24. He's like 25. 24?
Yeah, he's like 25, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like your grandma knows who that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been watching this Pete Davidson?
He likes older women.
Could you slip me his number?
He has BDE. The kids are saying BDE.
BDE? Back in my day, we called that bad person's disease. Why is he wearing a mask? Is he cold? No, Grandma, it's like a streetwear thing. Well, that's hot.
I am mad that I started to dress like him for a second.
Pete Davidson?
Yeah, I got a promotion and I started buying a lot of streetwear. I'm like, holy shit, I'm just dressing like Pete Davidson. I can't do this. Yeah.
You're wearing like a fanny pack across your chest.
I stopped there, but I did have a pocket chain for like 2 days.
Hell yes,
whenever
dude.
I see someone with a pocket chain, I'm like, this is gonna be bad news.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't wear that.
Yeah. I just saw that movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And
Same.
Yeah, and Brad Pitt's character single-handedly reactivated my Hawaiian shirt face. Like, I have so many Hawaiian shirts. I thought I was done. I thought I'd put them away. Then I saw the movie. I was like, just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in.
He looks great.
He looks really cool.
He's so hot in that movie. It is ridiculous.
I don't know if he's ever going to not be hot.
He's what, 55?
He's like 60, I think. Like, he's in that range.
That's got to be one of the most horniest movies I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, Brad Pitt's walking around with his shirt off, you know.
Are there really as much feet as Twitter's saying?
So many feet. It's kind of like in your face. It's almost like he's trolling.
Yeah,
like
that's what I was about to say. It's like,
totally
oh, you guys don't
doubling.
like me for this?
Yeah.
You know the Italian woman at the end?
Yeah.
That's Quentin Tarantino's wife.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is she fine as hell?
She's pretty
attractive,
good looking. Yeah.
But it was like there was this weird. Anyway.
Yeah.
But I was like, who is he married? Because he's such a freaking weirdo.
Yeah, I never thought about him having a wife.
Yeah.
I know he's fully. I think they've only been married for a couple of years, but I was like, wow, way to get in there, sis. Like right in time for this movie.
Yeah.
Right enough time for him to be like, I can't be a freak. I have a wife.
Yeah.
Me? No man with a wife has ever been a freak.
I love that he cast his own wife as like a total dumbass who has no clue what's going on.
He just wanted to
He's like-
direct her.
He's like, all right, so in this scene, you're gonna like do your little boobity boop language and freak out, but you're not gonna help. And
You know
you're
how we're
just gonna be
having
like,
arguments and you're just
annoying.
mean and stupid? Do that. Do that on camera.
all right, and look, and I'm gonna look at Margot Robbie's feet, okay? But it's for the movie, okay? All right.
It's a foot. I feel like a foot fetish is a smart body part to obsess over because you can't be like he's obsessed with boobs. Like it's like crazy, so disgusting. It's like, is he obsessed with feet? Like even he sucked Selma Hayek's.
Yeah.
He wrote himself into a film.
Oh yeah, he did that on The View too. He just like I forget. And there was also there was like a Gawker story like 10 years ago about some woman who was like, I hooked up with Quentin Tarantino. Oh yeah, it was when Django came out. And she was like, I hooked up with Tarantino, and she like told all basically. And she was like, yeah, he has like a foot fetish and just want to like suck my feet and jerk off basically. That was like his move.
I mean, it's great, because you can just see feet all the time. Just they're out.
Yeah.
Summer. And it's like, I don't think it's that crazy. It's not that weird.
No,
I do.
If I
Foot
was
fetish?
I just don't think feet are like. I'm never like a foot, and they always smell bad.
I feel
Yeah.
like it's only men have. I've never
heard of a woman
that's had a foot ever.
You can never see a man with like an OnlyFans account with his feet, you know?
But
Yeah.
that's the same thing. Like there's never a woman who's a boob lady.
But there's lesbians who like I love
Yeah,
boobs.
yeah, that's
But
true.
there's no
like,
lesbian that's like I've never that loves feet that I've met.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fair.
There's also like if it is like a fetish, it's not like right? It's like not like liking boobs and butts is like normal, I
Isn't
guess.
that kind of
Anything
a
I
fetish?
like is not a fetish.
You know,
is what I say.
Everything's a fetish, right, folks? This is a sex positive podcast now. Welcome back to Guys We Fucked. But yeah, if you're gonna have a fetish, I've said this for a while, and this is not like a unique thought, but foot's gotta be the best one, right? Like it's not that weird, and there's like feet everywhere all the time.
Mhm.
I'm really into calves,
Calves,
like a strong calf.
a strong calf. Oh man, that's
How
great.
much is into?
Like I'm always like checking out the calves.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so funny. I have a friend with monstrous calves, and if you listen to it, good job, Eric.
Is it, yeah, is
Some
it like,
I think some can be too big. If I'm being honest.
Oh yeah.
It has to be like a good.
I haven't seen you smile like this.
Hannah's eyes have lit up.
Yeah, you were so happy. Just picturing calves. That's just so exciting.
if I ever direct a movie, you'll see it.
Just
Just like-
Wow.
all right. So show your calf, okay? We're gonna zoom in on the guy's big ass calf.
I love it's a pan. They're short, just the calves open, but there's still stuff below.
Yeah. I like picturing Hannah with her girlfriends. Like her friends, like I hooked up with a guy this last night. And she's like, "How is his calf?"
You're like, what? Nothing. That was the normal stuff you guys like.
How is the normal things that everyone likes for everyone?
Yeah, wait. What makes a good calf?
Yeah.
It's just like
Like a big muscular calf.
Yeah, the one with like a strong,
Oh, you can see the
outline.
line in between the
Yeah.
different parts
Oh
of the calf.
shit. Okay.
Like you're about to serve it up.
Now I'm feeling
on a
very
Spanish
self-conscious about
restaurant.
my calf.
Dude, I have bad calves. I have small calves.
I
I think about it.
Yeah, you do?
I'm mad that.
You should
And
go
they,
to Soul Cycle.
but your calves, I feel, don't change that much. Like every
they
other
not?
part of me, I can like do squats and my thighs, my ass get bigger. I can do weights, and my
Yeah.
arms get bigger.
The
But-
calf machine at the gym also is very silly to be on because you're just like standing up on your tiptoes. It's like you're doing.
Yeah.
Like,
You're very
you look-
vulnerable, very delicate.
You look like you're doing the least of anything you can possibly do at the gym. when
Yeah,
you're-
I'm just like staring from the treadmill. Look at this guy, just lifting with his.
Just on the elliptical, not moving.
The manager's like, Hannah, you need to stop standing right behind the calf machine.
Yeah, why are you eating while you're watching this poor man?
Just not even in gym clothes. Just in like a suit from work.
Exactly. I don't know. I guess that and apartments I'm really into.
Apartments.
Like, if you have a good apartment.
Just like a nice apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that. I love going to a nice apartment. It's
great.
It's a sensual experience just being in a 3-bedroom, you know, man or woman.
I have a pretty good apartment, and I can see people who are like on the fence about me, and when they see my apartment, be like, "Holy shit, I'm 100% in now."
You have a nice apartment?
Yeah,
Where is it?
like Flatiron area.
Okay.
Look
Yeah.
at you. Oh, wow, Randall.
1 bedroom?
2-bedroom.
And who do you live with?
My brother.
Nice.
Oh, cool. That's a sitcom.
It's not bad. He parties till like 4 a.m. a lot.
Damn.
So it's
How
kind
old
of
is he?
annoying. 30. He just turned 30.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm just flexing on the pod. Pretty nice apartment if anybody.
What does
Ladies.
your brother do?
I should know what he does.
You don't know what your brother, who you live with, does for a living?
He just moved back in. But no, I don't. I know he's in grad school, like business school, and he's doing some type of business.
That's really bad.
Yeah, we're not like super close, but we live together.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah. I've been to like some girls' apartments who were really bad. I remember this one apartment. The first time I ever went to meet up with somebody
Mm-hmm.
from a Tinder date, like we were at a bar, then we went to her place, and she had 1 spoon, 1 fork, 1 plate, no glasses, and then just a mattress with no cover on it on the floor, and it was terrifying.
That sounds cool.
Did you still have sex with her?
Yeah.
How was the sex?
Always.
It was nice. Her asshole smelled really bad.
Ew.
Yeah. And
But how are her calves?
I think the calves were good. She looked great. I remember she put on a kimono and she was smoking and she was
Ooh.
on the balcony just like yelling at people on the street while she was smoking. And I was just inside on the mattress like, I think I made a big mistake.
What is this David Lynch character that you went out with?
I don't know.
Yeah, what? Where did you meet this girl?
She on Tinder. This was like when I was 20, and she's like an NYU student, and
okay.
yeah, she's just like kind of a crazy person. I actually, in hindsight, I'm like, I don't know if she actually went to NYU. I don't know who this person is.
That doesn't sound safe.
Yeah, it sounds like a serial killer kind of. I mean, if
Yeah.
she's a guy, that's what I'd
I
say.
thought like when I came in and I saw like all the lack of stuff, I'm like, oh, her boyfriend's gonna come in and hit me in the head with a bat, and I'm gonna get robbed. But no, it was a I thought it was like a cute story, but you guys seem scared.
Yeah, this.
How would that be a cute story to anyone?
I don't know. Just like look at all the hijinks you get in the city.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's funny to spin that as hijinks, like a goofy.
Yeah, it wasn't the best. She had a huge butt though, so that was great. And that makes it all great.
Ugh. But stinky.
Yeah.
Oh, a huge stinky. She had a huge stinky ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus.
It was big because she was farting all the time.
It's just hard to clean. There was like a long crack. You know?
Yeah, it's like how a bigger apartment you need to pay more for the cleaning lady. When you have a bigger ass, just
Yeah.
you do a half-ass job because it's just a lot of work.
I did a half-ass job because my whole ass too much.
Yeah. So how about that Jeffrey Epstein, huh?
Nice transition.
Thanks. Is he hot? I can't tell.
No, he's not hot. But as someone, he's like so disgusting, especially now. But I think when he was younger, with how much money he had,
Right.
I'm sure women were attracted to him. Not young girls, but
Right.
But I'm sure.
Like scandal aside, like completely aside, he just ran into that guy.
I wouldn't say he was attractive.
Now, okay.
To me, he just looks like a normal finance type.
I thought he looked
Yeah.
good for like a 68-year-old or 65. Or how old is he? He's like 65 or something like that.
I had no idea.
Yeah, he's like older. I mean, look, this is a pro Epstein podcast. No, I'm
Look,
kidding.
I'm here for my boy.
Yeah, you got to stand that man. It's the tough time for us Epstein stands right now, but you have to pull through.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's cool that the darkest side of Reddit is 100%.
Oh, it's
correct.
amazing. No, yeah, it was
Yeah.
like
Did they say that on?
it was
Yeah.
a big 4chan thing.
It's been really big on like
Which is when I was obsessed with it. Like, I mean, I remember when I was in middle school hearing about like the Lolita Express and all that stuff, and I was
Mhm.
like, that's weird. That's just like, like it was like a story only on Fox News.
it's kind
for,
of
a
like
second.
the Cosby of the political world, like an open secret. Like
even
everyone
yeah.
knows that this guy.
Yeah, it
is
was all
doing
reported on. All this information was out there. Like that whole Bill Clinton's, like the fact that Bill Clinton was on the plane. That was all out there. It was just weirdly because he got arrested again that it got attention, then blew up.
Because he got arrested for, like soliciting sex workers and that was like a huge drop in charges back in like 2007.
Yeah, it was like 2005 or 6. Yeah.
And and everyone just knows.
That's so disgusting.
It's crazy. But it was like a conspiracy because it's a full network of people. It's funny to hear like the New York, because I listen to the New York Times podcast and like hearing like a reporter be like, and we think this is the first in a lot of dominoes that are going to fall and unveil a vast network of extremely powerful people who have been in a conspiracy. It's like,
so
this is the
Pizzagate
news.
is real.
Yeah, it turns out
Pizzagate
Pizzagate's
is real. Just the address is wrong.
Yeah, they missed the wrong pizza place.
It's a place right next to it. It's like, and they're just like, woo! Almost got us, fellas.
Well, thank God. Well, looks like Nambla Pizza will be in business for another year and a half.
I mean, it just shows you how much rich men, like, during, I guess in the 90s.
This is the early aughts.
Really?
It was like the 90s through up until like 2003.
Yeah, well, it's just like you name your airplane the Lolita Express and like expect. Like,
it was called that. Like Fox News coined the Lolita Express. Like after they got caught. But
that's a pretty good name.
I will say, if you're gonna have a pedophile island, it's funny that he picked one with the name Little. It's called Little St. James Island. Like what a fuck. Oh, that is such a hiding place.
I actually don't know. He brought younger women to that island and then had sex with them.
Yeah, so it was like a vast. Yeah, he had like his pimp, who's also in trouble right now, was a woman,
right?
Yeah. And so she would find like new young girls and like send them to Epstein, I guess, and then he would fly powerful people to his island so they could go fuck underage women. And if you look on the island, there's like a crazy like temple that looks like a dome from like Indiana Jones, like a villain's Indiana Jones,
with like sundials.
Yeah, it's like a gold coof, and the creepiest part, a door that's clearly only locked. You can only lock from the outside to keep people in. Yeah, and the people who found it were all on Reddit because they used Google Maps or Google Earth to like scope out the island like way back like a few years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, this goes to show you that I mean, I don't like diving into conspiracy, but
this was a real one.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's right. Like, if Redditors can figure all this shit out, that means there's just people at the FBI or like CIA who are like, I don't care. I'm not looking into it.
Yeah, well, it's just because there's so many people who are super powerful. Like Prince Andrew's like super directly involved, and
who's Prince Andrew? Is he like
Prince Andrew?
England?
Yeah, England. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. And so like all these super powerful people. There's a lot of people. Like if only one of them was, they would get the call like some DA to be like, hey, drop the Epstein thing, or like some newspaper to be like, hey, kill this story and all that stuff. So that's why it wasn't massively reported up until he just got arrested again.
See, and we were saying it earlier, worst time to be a celebrity.
Yeah.
You know? Worst time to be a celebrity.
You got to separate Epstein's art from the artist.
Can we still listen to his music? I don't know. I mean, he made bangers.
He did, dude.
It's part of my childhood. You're supposed to, as I've had memories tied to that.
Like if an Epstein comes on at a bar mitzvah, I gotta dance.
Hannah's like, can we talk about calves again?
Yeah, let me see Epstein's calves
how
before I
those
make any big.
Before we sentence you, what are your calves?
I was hanging out with my mom and my sister a few weekends ago. My sister was in town in Boston, so went to go visit. And I was DJing. We were all just like having fun at home, and I was like just playing music. I played a Michael Jackson song, and boy, did it bum them out.
Really?
Yeah, it really bummed them out. Which is funny because I thought Michael got like uncanceled on the radio. I thought, because I still hear his songs everywhere.
Yeah, I feel like it's much harder to cancel him. Those songs are just amazing.
R. Kelly was more of an in and out operation, but Michael Jackson's too like in the popular culture.
Also, Chris Brown is just back. He's just releasing music.
Him and Drake are are teasing a big new project.
They already released. Oh yeah, they released that song.
Yeah,
it's like all over Twitter with the reaction, gifs, and everyone's having a great time.
They took a picture together yesterday, and they were just like big things coming. It's like, is this a threat?
Chris Brown truly cannot be stopped. I mean,
he can't.
He beat up Rihanna. He beat up Frank Ocean. He beat up like so many people.
Did he beat up Frank Ocean?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he called him
the F word in a parking lot, and
the gay F word,
and like punched him in the face.
Yeah,
he like all the darlings of the music industry. He's just whooping their asses
because he can dance.
It's not wrong. That's not wrong.
No,
like he's so good at dancing.
Yeah,
that it like does that MIB flash in your eyes. And you forget his crimes.
Yeah, it's like when I listen to Waves on Pablo, I'm like, I forgive you.
But
that was he came back really quick. He didn't really take any time off because I remember that Rihanna thing came out, and then he came out with a song called "I Can Transform You," and he got like Lil Wayne on it, and all these people became a big hit. I was like, that's a bad title for what you just did for your comeback song.
Yeah, it's a very odd thing about the power of truly music. Like even the whole thing, just certain people will defend rappers or singers or whatever over I think any other industry.
Type of like
comedians,
Yeah.
you're done.
No,
It's they hate comedians anyway.
They want comedians to go down real bad.
People
like,
really do not like comedians.
Yeah, like as you said, they took that Amy Schumer just because they didn't like her. You know, like they do that. They do it all. Because comedy, in my opinion, I think like the whole thing is like if you're good at it, it makes people think like, oh, he's like my friend. He's just like me. So then people think, oh, I could do that. Wait, if I could do that, why aren't I famous? Fuck this guy for being famous. And that's like the issue with comedy.
I also think with comedy, you pick on so many things, or you'll make a joke, and you're bound to piss one person off.
True. Yeah, it's kind of an edgy art form. Yeah, or one that's bound to step on people's toes.
Because if you don't like a song, you won't listen to it. If you don't like a joke, you're gonna fucking go off.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and because it's like, I mean, that's the power of comedy. You know. I was watching that movie, Lenny, the Lenny Bruce. I know it's like a super Lenny Bruce back in the day, but it's a good movie.
Nah, I did like that movie.
It's cool. And
Dustin Hoffman,
yeah, really artsy. And but it wasn't that long ago that they fucking arrested a guy because they were mad he said asshole. They put him in jail for that. They had cops at his shows, and they're like, if you said cocksucker, we're storming the stage and arresting you. It's like. That wasn't that long ago, so this is like deeply culturally, like people hate when you say something like out of step a little bit.
Yeah, someone went onto my website and through Squarespace and sent an anonymous death threat.
Really? Why?
Yeah, what did you do?
The subject
Now that's
was
your
just
fault.
Yeah, what did you do to deserve this?
Yeah,
the subject was despicable, and then the body of the email was like, "We're coming to shut your hole," and I was like, "What?"
Whoa.
So you don't even know why?
Yeah.
Holy how often does this happen to you?
I've gotten like angry messages on Facebook and stuff or Twitter, but I think through my website that was the first email and it was at 2 a.m, and I was like, ugh.
Despicable.
Yeah.
Who sent it? Gru?
It's like it can't be.
Or one of his minions. All right. Yeah, look.
There we go.
Look, folks.
People, do you get more hate than average? Because I know, like, women and female comics get more hate than guys, obviously. But I feel like you get a lot of hate for someone who's not that disagreeable.
Yeah, you're pretty.
I thought you were gonna say famous. I was like, I know, right?
Yeah. Wow, you don't have to be successful to get death threats. You didn't even have to get on Comedy Central's Live at the Cellar or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't get that. Thank you.
Dina Hashem.
I know.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
That's why I did, like, when that whole thing happened, I just felt so, I got one, and I was freaked out for a week, and I just felt so bad for her, because I was like, if that had been a male who had done that joke, I mean, maybe people would have been upset, but it wouldn't have been half a thing.
Right.
Oh, yeah, no way.
No.
So it's just so frustrating. But then it's like, I guess... And that was totally not fair. But sometimes when people say mean things on the internet, I'm like, well, I could just stop doing it.
Yeah.
But I like
stop doing stand up
or stop doing comedy. Yeah, it's like.
But then they win. It's like not good to like think like, oh, I should quit because these people are being assholes, right?
I get it though. Like it gets to you. This is not nearly the same. But I had a tweet that was like blowing up and. Just people were like, there'd be like 5 people who would say mean things, and I eventually like it would bother me the entire day, and it was like very minor shit.
Wow.
And I eventually just like deleted the tweet, and I was just like, I can't take this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, people just, but then it's like I'll go on YouTube and then people would say the meanest thing. I'll click on their profile. I have too much time on my hands, and then it will be like videos of their cats.
Right.
You know, it's never like a normal.
No.
It's never a normal profile.
They're almost always unhinged, yeah.
There's always a gun in a Facebook profile picture that someone says nasty shit. about
Totally.
Or a guy in their car with those like Oakley sunglasses.
Oh, those are the dudes. Totally.
They're
Yeah, it's those
everywhere.
fucking
me.
guys.
Backwards caps.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
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 They're just in tactical gear.
Yeah.
They've never worked out a day in their life.
I get those all the time because I always like every time Trump like tweets at like midnight, I'm always like the first reply. I always like try to be. I'm always like, go to bed, Donald, or something like that, and I just get a bunch of like guys like, MAGA bear #guns, and they're just like, you fucking retard. What? Why don't you go to bed? And I engage like, I am going to bed. Like I play like super dumb.
Damn, you're just like a masochist.
I do kind of. I get it a lot. I get a lot of hatred online as well, but always for random reasons.
I feel like it's a lot of pocket. A lot of do people not like you when they meet you? Sometimes a lot.
Damn.
I know.
Did you not like me when you met me?
No, I was kind of like nervous about you when I first
Why?
met you, just because like you have like of earnestness and intensity that seems that usually people who have it are like kind of freaky. But no, you're a very nice person. But it's just like a level of like you're so forthright.
What do you mean, like forthright?
He was like, "Hey, how you doing? How you going? Like, I want to know you and want to meet you." And it's like, but it's all like positive, but it's just a lot. That I knew that came off aggressive, more than I wanted it to.
Yeah, that sounds really.
I feel
that was meaner than. Can we cut that?
But I think what I don't necessarily, I didn't ever really feel that when I met you, but I do when someone's like super nice when I first meet them. I'm always like, what do they have behind, you know, like what's this person really about? Because it's always like I just don't trust anyone is genuinely nice. But I'm trying to help you out.
I know. I feel so bad for saying that.
I don't really know how to respond to it.
I'm sorry, man.
It's okay.
Okay.
Well, when people first meet me, they think I'm a bitch. So I'd much rather people think I'm like nice.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Sweating.
I can meet. There's certain people who I think are like too intense, and they are always very like friendly to me, and I'm like, I don't like you. There's just one person really that I'm thinking of.
Is it me?
No.
That was good.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like when someone's really nice, I'm always like, oh, okay, all right, great. They're like doing the heavy lifting because I get really shy. And anxious. It's usually at the third or fourth like time I see them, and I'm like, okay,
Thanks,
like
Randall.
we don't have to, we don't have to do this every time.
Yeah.
You know? But usually for me, I like someone who's intense because I get so nervous that it's very hard for me to be like, hey, what's up? I feel like most people are like, I feel like you didn't like me when I first met you, and then sometimes like that's because I didn't. But
yeah. Well, I know it's. There are certain people that are just like, especially in comedy. I feel like there's a lot of comics when like too friendly up front or too like want to be your friend. It's like there's like it's like, what's going on? Are you doing this because no one else likes you and you like see me as like there's certain comics I know who've been around forever in certain places. And it's just like. Their thing is any new comic, they're like, I'm gonna fucking time to make new friends with the new comics, and it's like, what's going on here?
I feel like New York, in LA, I felt like I knew most of the comics or a lot of people, and in New York, I meet someone new every single day.
Yeah.
I feel like there are more comics here.
It is a big apple.
True. Well, there are also so many more like small. There's so many clubs in like parts of this. And there's Brooklyn, and then there's. Yeah,
I went to go line up at the comic strip for like the auditions or whatever, and it was like, I thought that because I've been around for like a year and a half now, and I keep running into similar people a bunch that I'm like, oh, I know all the comics, and I went. There's like 200 comics in line, and I didn't know most of them. I knew like 12 people in line. It's like, how many fucking comics are there?
But people who audition for clubs, those are people who are like, oh, I want to get into comedy. Let me audition.
Right. It's like their first time like going around. Yeah.
My first 2 years out of school, I always waited in line at the Laugh Factory. And like.
Oh, yeah. I used to do that too. I did a couple times.
And yeah.
Did that lead anywhere for you?
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
That's like a bad.
I never got past there.
Yeah. The Laugh Factory, they have this like an audition thing, but it's like an open mic, but it's like you essentially audition in front of the booker, where it's like you line up at Tuesday at 2 p.m., which is a weird time for the next week, right?
Wow.
Yeah, and you can only do it once a month, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
So
they only pick 10 people.
You do it every month?
I do it every month.
Wow.
But there are a lot of times I went, he wasn't there. So I would get there. Only one time I went, he was there.
Yeah.
The booker.
He was not there when I was there either. So it's a total bait and switch.
Yeah, it was.
Do you have to pay?
No, you don't.
No.
There is a lot more. I will say a thing about New York is there's a lot more like clubs trying to gouge new comics a little bit. There's a lot more like pay to play here, which is like not great.
That was me for the first like 2 months. I'd just pay like $15 to do comedy. Like
I went to the producers club and it was $10 and a drink minimum. It's like for an open mic, like what the fuck are we doing?
I know, an open mic in Midtown, it's like, what is happening?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, that is a good audience if you, like...
Yeah, no, it actually did feel, like, more productive
than going to fucking Climate Lounge or whatever, as they banned my email. But I used to go there.
They banned your email?
No, I'm just imagining they will.
Who's laughing now, Buddha?
That place is like $7 plus a drink.
Yeah, and they raised it to $10 for like weekend mics or something like that.
It's so dumb.
Also, they send you emails every 3 months. It's like, new rules, everybody. No phones. You can't talk to anybody. Can't leave the room. We're locking it. We're locking the door. So you have to tell us you love us.
Jeffrey Epstein will be there.
We're gonna hold your eyes open like it's Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, mics suck. I would love to never have to do an open mic ever again, and that's the running theme of this show. If you can rescue me from comedy, please.
But then sometimes I feel like I auditioned for the Cellar and then I didn't get it. But
you auditioned for the Comedy Cellar
for the
the
but
TV
you have
show.
To get past at the Cellar in order to be on the TV show.
Okay.
So it's like the executives are like, oh, these are the people who are on the show, and then SD has to pass you.
Oh my god.
And so I didn't get past, but I was kind of relieved in a sense of like, I feel like going up there, if I were to be a regular there, I would be so nervous all the time and never work on new material because I wouldn't want to bomb at the Comedy Cellar.
Yeah.
I mean, also maybe I'm just trying to make myself feel better.
No, definitely, yeah.
No, I feel the exact
Everyone
same
I know, I've seen Judah Fried. I mean, all the celebrities do their A stuff at the Comedy Cellar.
Yeah, because it's like the thought of bombing. So as much as I hate mics, sometimes I'm like, it's kind of nice to just go somewhere where it's like it literally doesn't matter.
It does not matter at all. Yeah.
Recently, I've been getting nervous. I'm like, oh god, what is
at
this?
mics?
Yeah, kind of, because I don't know who the comics are, and I'm like, I don't want them to think I'm like trying this.
See, that's what makes me nervous too. Yeah, it's just like, it's like the worst. It's like the worst circumstances to do comedy, and you're in front of like the most judgmental crowd, and it's like you don't want to get a reputation for bombing.
Yeah,
at open mics, but it's like, but you're at a mic, so you're and you should be trying stuff out. But if you try out stuff too much, then you just look like you're bad.
And then I don't know if you guys have this because you guys like do a lot of stuff. I feel there's that one thing when you're at shows and you're like, oh, I can finally be free. Then someone that you respect will show up and you're like, all right, now I got to do my material. I can't fuck around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's the other side where like, okay, if you've gotten like a few things in comedy or like got to perform in a couple places, you go to an open mic, you don't want to bomb because you don't want to make it seem like, oh, see, I knew that motherfucker was a fraud. you know?
Yeah, it's like, oh, they have that thing, but I saw them at this open mic one time and they were fucking trash.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I think I saw Jeffrey Asmus one time on a mic, and he was just like trying stuff out. And I was like, oh, this guy's okay. And then it turns out he's like one of the best comics in the whole.
You're like, oh, he's better than me.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he is so much better than I. But it was like, it's so funny, just like, judging him from what was clearly new stuff in a mic. I was like, he's fine.
He's just reading stuff he typed up 15 minutes
exactly.
ago.
Yeah, he had like a paper up there.
It's still like not bad.
I was like, oh, he needs a paper. I don't need a paper. It's like clearly he just tweeted this out.
I don't need a paper because I haven't written a new joke in a month.
Because this is stuff from 2011. I don't need the paper.
Y'all remember Bush?
So this Obama guy's up to his old tricks.
Can't believe we have a black president.
Iraq war. Iraq, get me out of here. I rack my brain for ways to vote you out, Bush.
That's a good one.
Thank you. I just wrote a joke about what if the Jackass guys did 9/11 like recently, and I was like, this would have crushed in 2005.
Yeah, that is. I like the premise. I don't know what you would say.
It's just like, all right, yeah, so a bunch of New Yorkers think they're going to work today. We're going to crash a couple 747s. They're going to be so pissed. I'm Johnny Knoxville, and this is Ground Zero.
That is pretty good.
Thanks, and then it goes on. And boy, when I do that at my that's one that I do at mics. I do a full commit, because it's like a minute-long bit. Do a full commitment act out, and it can just eat shit. And I look like the biggest idiot in the entire world, because I just like gave it my all on a very offensive joke, and that's like the worst.
I do appreciate that about you, that you go hard all the time. Like, I get so nervous and I'll like do something half-heartedly and it'll suck. And then I'm like, I could have done this bigger and it might have gone well, or
Yeah.
it might have bombed anyway, but at least I wasn't a coward.
Yeah.
I know act outs are. I feel like because starting in mics, like
Mhm.
Eliza Schlesinger didn't do mics. That was like
Oh,
her
you
whole
can
thing.
tell.
She like skipped.
Yeah.
But she's just like so big and is like
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like clearly she didn't start out doing mics because no one.
The
does
first time she
that.
performed was on Last Comic Standing. That's a fun fact.
Yeah, it does feel like when you do act outs, like someone's gonna slap you in the face if you're, you know.
I just can't imagine. I mean I have like one, but it's not even like a full act out. I just
Yeah.
can't imagine. I mean, I've seen comics do it. They're just like at a mic, just like going hard with their act outs, and I respect it on a level. But I'm like, this has gotta feel, you, like, it's like a dance routine, and then no one claps at the end.
Yeah, it does demand like some on it, even more than dance routine. It like demands like the audience kind of like buy into you a little bit and support you on some level, and which is why it doesn't work in mice because it's the least supportive. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
they need to be kind of on your side when you do the setup. Like, what if Jason Statham narrated The Lion King? That's a good bit. So then the circle of life. I don't know.
I like
But
it.
Never
you
mind.
have good voices. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it's more than an act out of like you were doing impressions and like funny voices. Whereas
Yeah.
like,
Like
I'm
actual
talking
acting
about like
ability.
yeah.
Yeah.
You have- I'm talking about like just people moving on stage.
Yeah, see, voices don't come too hard to me, but yeah, but still, even for me, like doing the act, like physically acting something out takes a lot of like commitment. Like it's commitment, really. It's just like being unafraid to fail in a lot of ways. Because like you look like a fucking idiot if you just fall down or some shit.
Yeah,
But you know what's funny is even the lower energy guys do big act out. Like all the greats. Like I even see Seinfeld now. He does a shitload of act. Like he does a ton of acting out. It's kind of
all of my like half my jokes have act outs, but I only do it for like 2 or 3 seconds because I'm like too nervous to keep going. It's like a punctuation.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's watching John Radinsky on his Conan set. It's literally all act outs, but it's funny.
His SNL audition was just like a dance.
Oh really?
Yeah, and that's how he got it.
Well, and then
they were like, oh, maybe we shouldn't put people on the cast because we liked one dance.
no, I think he's really funny, and his act outs are always good. But
For sure.
Yeah, I think people are like, I guess I have like lower energy. I'm trying to have higher energy to like not seem so tired on stage, but it feels harder to bomb when you're having high energy.
Yeah.
Like Preacher Lawson, I love
Oh
watching
my God.
him. He's so
There's
funny.
a guy that really commits.
Yeah, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
But I just can't imagine bombing on one of those.
Yeah.
I don't know if he ever
before
has.
Preacher was big, I was at the Madhouse in San Diego, and I was like, the Madhouse is like it's a cool club. It's just like very much like just people in a mall, like a crowd of just people in a mall. And they went through and I had a spot. I kind of ate shit, and I was like, oh, weak crowd, fucking mall people. And then Preacher goes up, and I've just never seen anyone kill as hard as like the difference between how well he did and how bad I did. I was like, well, I can't even blame the crowd. Clearly they were waiting to laugh.
I was like, oh, this guy's great.
Yeah, he's like, oh, he like whipped them up into a frenzy. I was like, oh well,
Damn.
back to the drawing board.
I mean, if your name's Preacher, you gotta
be good.
You gotta bring that
Yeah.
Preacher energy.
Yeah.
Is his name actually Preacher?
Well, his full name is Preacher of God Lawson.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, there's
no, his first name's Catholic. Catholic Preacher Lawson.
After I found out Chance, his name's actually Chance, I was like, oh, anything's possible.
His last name's the rapper.
I think his first name might be Preacher.
I think it. Yeah, I don't think it's a stage name.
That's pretty cool. I mean, there's people
No,
named
wait,
Jesus.
no, I don't think it's Preacher.
No, never
It's
mind, I don't know.
Jovan. I mean, you know what? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Maybe cut that. I could be wrong.
Yeah. Did you like that new Chance the Rapper album?
I have not listened to it.
Okay.
I've only heard that he just like talks about his wife a lot.
Yeah, people really.
He's married?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a kid.
Since when?
Like, I mean, he's been like dating
2
this
years
girl
ago,
for years.
right?
But
Yeah.
yeah. He has his kid with her. I think he has another kid on the way. He's gone like full just family man Christian guy.
Yeah, he's like very inspirational. I think
It's like if
people really turned on him. He was huge and really beloved, and then I'm blaming the Trump election. I think people were like, we don't want positivity right now.
I know for me, I was like so excited to see like a young, tripped out like black dude, like positive, but also he's like I don't know. He was talking about like more real shit, and now
like
he's
vulnerability and stuff.
Yeah, well, it's just like I don't know. It's just that religiosity is so big in the black community,
Mm-hmm.
and to see a young guy kind of like seem to struggle with religion and drugs and all this stuff in a way that for some reason, like other people have done it, but for some reason it was relatable to me. And to see him just go full like, I love God, I love my wife, like conservative lifestyle. I'm like, this is not exciting. You're like my uncle.
Yeah, it's too positive.
I guess it is a thing of like listening to music too. You want to hear about if it's all positive. You're like, how can I guess that's me personally. I'm like, how can I relate to this?
I do feel that way. So like you got to be hiding something. Like something's going on. You got some doubts.
Well, religious people are very happy.
I know, it's crazy.
I was looking at the Hillsong Instagram this week, and there's the smiling faces.
No, yeah, that's
like very envious.
Human beings have been like conditioned to be religious for like throughout almost all of time, and we're like one of the first generations like not to be wildly unreligious.
We're like super unhappy.
And
Yeah,
everyone's
we're
it's not
miserable.
anxious. It's not anxiety and depression. It's just lack of religion.
Don't have God.
Probably a big part of it. We're all searching for like.
I mean, that's why astrology's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All my like ex-roommates are witches, literally.
Yeah, and stan culture. That's why stan culture is huge. Those are our new gods.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't you say your type was witches?
I've dated multiple people that have identified as witches. Yeah.
That is so crazy.
Like what do you mean witches?
I honestly don't ask that many questions. They like say it. I'm like, okay, and then I just
They're
move
putting
on.
hexes on you and you don't even know it.
Probably. They do tarot and stuff.
Yeah, I
and
wouldn't
they,
want to
like,
break up with a fucking witch.
It's kind of scary.
She's a fucking sorcerer. Fucking curse your ass.
Yeah, when you say it out loud, it sounds weird because it is.
It sounds wild.
Yeah, they make potions and just like do tarot cards and like read the future and
Wait, they really do this stuff?
yeah.
They make potions?
Yeah. And like burn shit.
To what end?
I
Do the
guess,
potions work? Like what?
I guess it's like prayer, like that's their version of prayer.
Are their apartments like decorated like that?
a lot of plants in everyone's apartment? Yeah, there's like this book of the Green Witch that some of them have.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think the Me Too movement's bad? What till the fucking witches come for you?
That's already happened.
Yeah, witch hunt. That's the dating
Wait
app
till
I
the
use.
witches are hunting.
It's a witch hunt.
Witch hunt.
Oh, what a not feminist. Like, no, they're actually trying to kill me.
No, the witches are hunting.
This isn't a part of me too. I'm just, oh, fuck. My exes are mad.
So wait, how do you find these witches?
Hinge.
They find him through a spell.
Yeah, they don't say beforehand.
It's weird. They just sort of caught in front of my apartment and like nowhere.
They're just hovering on a broom, just knocking on my windows. Like, you ready to go to the bar? Hop on. Then we fly away.
You're like, I'll give you the sorcerer's bone.
Bop, bop, bop. But yeah, I dating apps pretty much.
Yeah.
And yeah, then like.
Why is that your type? What about a witch?
I don't know.
Is this something you seek out, or you just happen again? Like,
Well, there's no way. Do they identify openly on Hinge as a witch?
They don't say it one said it in the profile. The other two did not. But yeah, no. Some do, some don't. But it's been it's been getting more popular. More people.
Witches?
Yeah, it's huge. There's like a book called.
Yet I'm still somehow bombing on these dating apps. I'm like competing with witches.
Yeah.
and I'm still
You
losing.
gotta.
Well, how are you
get
gonna
more
compete with
exciting.
a fucking witch?
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be at least an interesting date.
Yeah, I just want to think that like you're like finally a nice normal girl, and she's like, so I have these gems, and you're like, fuck, not again.
She's like, do you mind if I tie you up and like light some candles and carve a thing into your chest?
Yeah,
We're having sex. She's like, I'm coming, and then she like rises in the middle of the room, lightning hitting my walls. I'm like, I'm gonna have to pay for this.
Start sawing off their neck like hereditary.
Not again.
Oh, I'm gonna be.
Turn to
God
camera.
damn it.
Another one bites the dust.
I raised the Antichrist again.
Wild.
Are
you dating someone?
No, I'm single.
Nice.
Yeah, it's tough to date in New York City. It's actually not that hard, but
It is.
it's tough for me to date as a personality wise. I think.
Have you been in love before?
No,
Never.
nope, never. Have you?
Once.
How was it?
It's amazing. It's like it's kind of embarrassing how nice it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why I've broken up with several people.
Yeah, because you didn't want to like get in love and get invested.
No, because I knew this wasn't that kind of.
Oh, okay.
Like I remember I broke up with somebody because I saw Call Me by Your Name.
Uh-huh.
And because like while I was watching the movie,
You'll never love me like Army Hammer.
Yeah, I'm like that. See, that I'm trying to get that. Oh, he's a freak. Jesus.
Army Hammer?
Yeah.
Did you see that video?
Yeah.
What did he do? I didn't see the video.
He let his kids suck his toes.
And then uploaded a video of it to Twitter.
And he's like, "Oh, people are gonna love this." What? That's the part that's weirder is that he has no theory of mind about how other people are gonna react to that.
Yeah, that was a dumb move. I'm sure his wife was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
What if his wife was like, "Do it, they're gonna love it."
Yeah, I was like, "Babe, I don't want to." It's like, "Come on."
You didn't support me when I made Facebook. You didn't support this. Support my toe sucking.
But I saw Call Me by Your Name, and it reminded me of the person I was in love with before, and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna get there with this person. I broke up with them. But then I thought it was dumb, but then I met the person again. I'm like, oh man, this is amazing.
Oh, great.
And then they moved away, and
that sucks.
So then,
now I'm here.
Yeah, now you're doing my podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, I had a thing. Call Me by Your Bane. I love having gay sex in Italy.
You're man. I can't wait to meet whoever your wife is gonna be. They're gonna be like the best person ever.
I feel like
Robbie.
They just look exactly like me.
You're gonna marry a puppeteer.
No lie, that could be dope.
Yeah, that'd be great. I would actually love to date a puppeteer. That'd be fun.
I've gone to a couple puppet shows since being in New York, and they're pretty good.
Why?
It was just a comedy show, and both times I didn't know they were puppets, and yeah.
That's a cool thing about New York. I go to all these shows. I go to like a bunch of live shows of stuff I would usually never have any interest in, and it's like the greatest shit I've ever seen. Like
what?
Like jazz shows I go to.
Oh yeah, I've wanted to like do that, but I'm always like, who would I? I'm not gonna like.
You know,
wear
Woody
a
Allen
fedora.
has live jazz shows like every
Yeah,
month.
on the upper West Side, which is like his Polanski Europe. Like they
I'm
can't
just protect him.
They can't arrest him as well. Yeah, just a bunch of like old Jewish men with matzah. It's like you can't get through. He has diplomatic immunity.
He hits his embassy.
Yeah, it's like Assange in the fucking Julian Assange in the thing.
As long as I have my clarinets, I can't be arrested.
As long as I'm in Katz's Deli, they can't. As long as I have a Reuben.
Yeah, but they're like $500 tickets. So.
Yeah, to go see him play clarinet.
Wow.
Who's buying these tickets? I would go if it was cheap, but
I don't even know. But it's packed all the time, I hear.
that's crazy
And
to watch Woody Allen play clarinet.
And apparently he's just like okay.
I'm sure he's not. Yeah,
he's like okay at clarinet.
I heard Jeff Goldblum does a live music show in L.A. and apparently he spends half it just hitting on women in the audience. He just goes around being like, "You're very beautiful tonight. Why don't we go back to Jurassic Park or something like that?"
All of those old-timey musicians just cuck their audiences. I don't know if you've... I was watching... you know that song, "Put Your Head on My Shoulder"? It doesn't matter. It's like an old school song.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And this like guy still tours, and I was watching a concert of him, and he goes in the audience. It's like, "Who, sir? Is this your wife right here? Mind if I?" And he's like,
Oh my
picks up the
God.
wife and does a little
Yeah.
spin, like kisses her on the cheek.
Yeah.
And the husband is just sitting there like, "What the fuck? Like, should I do something?"
Right.
It's just the most emasculating thing. He's just like, "Is this your wife? Can I give a little kissy?" And he just does it.
Yeah.
Every concert.
Just imagine the shit Frank Sinatra used to do. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean,
He actually.
Didn't he hit women too?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Woody.
But with an instrument, so back then I was legal.
Hey there, Toots, get over here. Smack you in the face.
My way.
I love to hit a broad.
That's what My Way is about.
Well, have you seen Ronan Farrow? That guy's clearly Frank Sinatra's son, speaking of Woody Allen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very handsome.
Yeah, there's no way Woody Allen's son has that square of a jaw. You know?
I don't think I've ever seen him.
Ronan Farrow?
Yeah.
He's Woody Allen's son, quote unquote. He also broke the Harvey Weinstein story.
Mm-hmm.
But the theory is that Mia Farrow cheated on Woody Allen with Frank Sinatra. and this kid is just so clearly Frank Sinatra. So, like he does
He
not.
looks exactly like him. Nothing like Woody Allen.
Literally nothing.
At any stage
Do you
in life.
think Woody Allen knows it's not his kid?
Yeah, that's probably why he
Yeah.
stole hers.
One for them, one for me.
It's just vengeance.
It's like Taken.
Yeah.
Get under the bed. I'm gonna take you. But it's Sunyi.
Jesus.
You're about to be taken.
They're not still married, are they?
Woody Allen and Sunyi?
Yeah, weren't
Yeah,
they?
they're still together. She like did a profile where she like vehemently defended him, and people got really mad. They're like, "How dare you?"
I
But-
think, yeah, I mean, it's so fucked up and gross, but I'm like, they're still married after, like,
Yeah, it reminds me of everyone looks down on arranged marriages, but if you look at the statistics, arranged marriages last. It's like 90%, like they stay together.
that's why I think it's when you make that choice for yourself, you're like, this isn't it. Like, I thought I was in love with them on some level,
Yeah.
but with an arranged marriage, it's got to be like, well, this is it. Let's make it work.
Yeah. Well, because it's also just about like your family and the greater family more so. Like it's
Yeah.
like Western
Yeah.
culture is very individualistic, and like Eastern cultures are like it's about everybody. So it's like we have to stay together for the whole family and like all this other shit. I think I don't know why they stay together. That's just my theory.
I mean, I totally
make
get that.
sense.
Like, even
Yeah.
when my friends who date each other break up, I'm like, this has really messed with the entire group.
Yeah, totally.
If you got, it's actually rude of you to all of us to break up.
I agree. I hate when people are rude by breaking up.
Yeah. I know you're unhappy, but I'm trying to
Stick it
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I also
do
read,
it for the friends.
I read that like most people in like the 30s and 40s, like the way they met their wives and husband, almost all of them were just like, yeah, he just lived next to me. Like it was just people who just lived close by, and now it's the paralysis of choice. We have like so many more options, and it's like made it harder to like we're like having to get accustomed to like this crazy new style.
Well, it's just, I think, yeah, it makes it hard because everyone is like, what else is out there? It's
Right.
you're never like, oh, this is
Yeah.
great in this moment. It's like, what else?
Right.
Because there's so much shit you can get
Yeah.
anytime, anywhere.
Well, yeah, it's a lot like going to Sizzler. You know, it's like you just there's so many options.
That's, no,
That
that's
is
like
how
I
I
hate going to the
feel. Yeah.
Cheesecake Factory because I'm like, their menu is too big.
I
Yeah.
went to a diner this morning. It was terrible, and I just ordered tuna melt. Wasn't happy. This dinner that I went to, Prefix, it was great.
I love prefix,
I
dude.
love a
It's the
prefix menu.
arranged marriage of fucking menus.
And it's better.
Ah,
You know exactly how much you're paying.
yeah.
You get the food, and you get out.
So if you take anything from this podcast today, everybody, choose your kids as wives and husbands, unless you're P Diddy, and Woody Allen and Sunyi have a great relationship.
Good.
Do you guys have anything to plug?
I guess just my socials, Randall Otis TV.
Hans Dickey. HNS.
Nice. Great. Yeah, check these guys out. Both very, very funny. And yeah, please remember to rate, subscribe, and review us on iTunes. And all right, I think that's it for me. I love you. Bye. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
That's
that's
sad.
okay.
Okay, I'm all
It's
so
good
mean.
radio.
I was literally like sweating, and I was just like, oh, I felt like leaving the room.
Hey, man, that's good radio.
But yes.